was fortunate enough to be gifted a bunch of Vidalia onions. So I'm trying a new recipe today that I found on maryandfriends.com, and it's called Vidalia Caramelized Onions Relish, and it sounds so yummy. So let's get started. So for this recipe, you're going to need 4 large Vidalia onions, a half a cup of white vinegar, a half a cup of brown sugar, 6 tablespoons of the balsamic vinegar, a cup and a half of cheap red wine, and a teaspoon of salt and a teaspoon of pepper. And it should be kosher salt or sea salt. And that's all you need. I did it the easy way. I used my food processor. You could also use a mandolin or a knife. Okay, we have all of our onions in here, so you notice you need a big pot. Now we're going to put in our half a cup brown sugar. And we're just going to be mixing this in. And we're going to be cooking it for about a half hour. First, we're going to sweat the onions basically. Oh, so maybe it's been a little over 5 minutes. Can you see all the liquid? You want to stir this frequently because you don't want it to burn on the bottom. You see it's now getting kind of a champagne color, a light beige. This is after about 10 minutes. Okay, we're now at the stage where a lot of the liquid is absorbed. See, it's going into the light brown color. This is when you want to watch it. This is when it can actually start burning on the bottom of your pan. Now you're starting to get the brown in it. See the color coming? About 5 more minutes and it'll be time to add other ingredients. Looking fantastic. Okay, so now it's time to add our wine. Balsamic vinegar, and the white vinegar. We're just going to cook this another 15 minutes or so until a lot of this liquid gets absorbed. Now it's time to add our salt and pepper. And of course you can add less or more, whatever you like. Okay. Okay, it's just about ready. You see there's just a little liquid in it and the bubbles. It's time to can it up. Now, of course, I've sterilized my jars here in the hot water. It's time to put it in our canning jars. Look at that rich color. Burgundy brown, really. We're going to leave a ½ inch headspace. And I said canning jars, I mean canning jar. This recipe makes 1 jar. But the problem is, because of the amount of Vidalia onions you need, you really can't, make too much unless you have a super big pot, and then it takes so long to cook. So this is one of those individual type. I'll put a little more in. You want a ½ inch headspace. That's pretty good. Make sure you don't have any air bubbles. I still heat my lid. They say you don't have to. Now you're just going to want to finger tighten that. I'm going to process it for 10 minutes. Put the top back on. As you can see, it's boiling water and it is hot. We'll be back in 10 minutes. Well, you can hear my canner going, but there's a little left, so I put it on nice herb crostini. Let's do our taste test. This is really, really good. I have to another bite. This could go great with pork too, or on a little cheese and a cracker, or even just as a relish by itself. It's really very, very flavorful. I'm going to make up another batch because Lord knows I have enough Vidalia onions. So I hope you try this recipe. If you're as lucky as me to get a whole big box of Vidalia onions, you're looking for a lot of different recipes. So I've canned 2 different batches of French onion soup, and now I'm making this, and I think I'll make another batch right now. As always, please subscribe, share the knowledge, thumbs up if you like this video, and hit that little bell below if you want to receive notifications of my future videos. Thank you. So good.